Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Corporate Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day, and welcome back to yet another post-match reaction. Of course, Liverpool are out of the Europa League. We did win on the night, of course, beating Atalanta 1-0, but of course, that wasn't enough to turn things around, and we've lost 3-1 on aggregate. I think a deflating conclusion to that game on a personal side of things. Again, I don't think it was good enough from the Liverpool forward line. Overall, the lack of finishing and the lack of taking chances has cost us over two legs, and ultimately it's not good enough. And I think the back end of that second half as well wasn't good enough for Jurgen Klopp's last ever European game for Liverpool. Was not good enough from the boys. It was just everything just looked stale, looked like if we wasn't there, if that makes sense. And overall, it's a very disappointing, moment and feeling as well. For considering what I think all of us had hoped for the end of the season. Anyway, one thing I do have to say as well, congratulations to Atalanta. I can't sit here and say, that we were better over two legs. We wasn't. Atalanta was. And, fair play to them. They were brilliant. They did their job and defended excellently again tonight, and look, fair play to them. But I think obviously the main headlines will be Liverpool are out of the Europa League, and rightfully so. We didn't deserve anything from the game over two legs, and that did show. Certainly towards the back end of that second half. But of course, I think a lot of people will reflect back on that Darwin Núñez chance back in the first leg. Mo Salah, certainly in this game as well, had two chances to finish away and didn't take them as well. And I think that will be the big talking point from this, is the fact that Liverpool, again, could not finish their dinner to help the team to at least have a chance. Because if Mo takes that chance, if he finishes that chance, that 1v1 he did have, look, Liverpool then only needing one goal to go into the second half, and we could even potentially then go on to extra time in that sense. But overall, that second half in particular, from my point of view, was very disappointing. I can't, from the substitutions to the, just general play, we deserve to lose. We did deserve to lose over two legs, and I'm sad saying that. I'm sad talking like that because, again, for Jurgen Klopp's last European game, I wanted a fight. I wanted the boys to, show that bit extra, and we didn't. We didn't show that fight. I think Jurgen has spoken back in the past about the Barcelona game, and speaking about how, as long as you go out there, I think with style, I think he said, then you can be proud about that. And for me, tonight, we didn't show that. We didn't do that. We didn't deliver in that expectation. And we've ultimately paid the price for it. And of course, now with 6 games to go in the Premier League, of course, if there's yet more disappointment in that back into the season, look, it's a cruel way to, I think, what a lot of us thought would have been a good ending to the Jurgen Klopp story at Liverpool as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts anyway on the comments, and get your guys' thoughts and reactions as well in the comments. If you're new around here as well, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff as well. But Chris Aim played well first off, but retracted in the second half. Damage was done in the first leg. Let's take positives into Fulham game. It was a clean sheet, and we won still lack cutting edge. Yeah, absolutely, 100% with that, Chris, as well. Hope you're doing well. Rep Machines in as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. I think anyone who says Klopp's better than Pep now are ridiculous. It shows it again when it matters. We bottle it again. I think, look, in the moment, I think, of course, we can be frustrated. I think, I didn't want to say anything on stream, but when Jurgen Klopp says he's running out of energy, tonight showed it, and that's something I never want to see or say in that, but it's true. We as a team ran out of energy, and it shows. And it did show today because and I was saying this when he went off as well. Trent was probably our most creative player on the pitch and trying to at least force things a little bit, but as soon as he went off, you knew that, the tie was done. For me anyway, personally. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Only time we didn't was UCL 19 and Prem 2020 as well. This time we started well. First half, then got we did absolutely, Chris. Sad to think we could have had 3 UCLs, 1 Europa, 2 Prems and 2 FA Cups, 3 Carabaos, but we were only have 1 Prem. UCL, yeah. Look, some things, of course, people go, "Oh, Jurgen's underachieved." I don't think Jurgen's underachieved so much. I think he should have another Champions League, and we should have won this Europa League, and we didn't, unfortunately. But big up to Ace as well. In God's plan, it's what it is. Unfortunately, yeah, 100%, mate. And look, it's just frustrating. And one of the players for me that I think does need a massive talking around is Mo Salah. Again, Mo Salah missed that chance. We could have been 2-0 up going into half time if he had taken that chance. Of course, not the whole game as itself is over 2 legs. Look, I'm not going to sit here and go, it's fully blamed on Mo Salah, and it's not. But certain chances, even tonight, and even in the first leg as well, that wasn't taken. Mo Salah, he's massively off the pace. And is it due to fitness? Is it due to confidence? I don't know what it is with Mo, but he doesn't look the same player. He's not the same player that he was before AFCON, which, is it still this hamstring problem that or the back problem we were being told it was? What is it? What is wrong with Mo? Because he's not performing at the high level that we know he can perform at. And one player I will give credit to tonight, Cody Gakpo, for me. I thought off the left, I thought out of the whole front line, Cody Gakpo looked up for it. And I will give Cody his praise. I criticized him a couple of weeks ago. But Cody Gakpo on the left works. Shock playing a left winger at left wing works. And look, tonight, again, Cody for me was performing well, and creating chances. Certainly in the first half. Second half, it was, of course, went a bit off with the substitutions, but still, overall, I think this game we will look back at it over the next couple of days, and you think about the first leg, you think about the second as well, in terms of the chances. Like tonight, there was plenty of opportunities for Liverpool to win this game and potentially move on to the next round. Look, if like I said, if Mo takes that chance in the first half, there was I think a chance as well for Lucho as well. He had a good chance to get her on goal. But again, I saw something on Twitter. I thought that was pretty good and pretty funny. Where Liverpool in the final third are like the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, like that's what it feels like at the minute. Going forward, it's just not good enough. And Sunday is a huge game against Fulham. If we lose that, the league's definitely done. I said it last week against Crystal Palace. For me, I still feel the league is done, but looking at it, with now City out of the Champions League, Arsenal out of the Champions League, us out of the Europa League, it's huge. This weekend's games, of course, City I don't think play. I think they're in the FA Cup, but Arsenal are away to Wolves. We're away to Fulham. 2 huge games. If Liverpool were to win that game, it would be huge for the title race, and if Arsenal were to lose on Saturday, that would be huge. But again, look, it's out of our hands at the minute. It's in City's hands, and who will be the Premier League champion. But again, things need to improve for Sunday, of course, as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts, of course, in the comments as well. Andy's in saying no plan at the second half. Yeah, I would agree. I would totally agree. I don't think there was a plan. I think from Jurgen as well. I was saying I was watching the game with Rick, and we were saying like if it there should be changes from 55 minutes onwards, and for me thought the changes took way too long. But then when they did come on, they added no real impact on the game. Looking at stats and statistics and so on as well. Allison I think had like 171 touches in the game, which was ridiculous. For a goalkeeper. And I think Ibu was pretty much, I think, the next person in that as well. Um, you know, it, it's just frustrating tonight because, like, the commentary team constantly as well were saying, "Oh, Liverpool need to take the next step. They need to show that urgency to go forward." Not once did we do it in the game. The first half, after we scored that goal, yeah, Liverpool were on it. They were 100% on it. But when we take that back and when we look at that second half in particular, there was no urgency from anyone. We were going direct, and I was saying we were watching the game, the players we had on the pitch was not good for what we were trying to do. We were going to go too direct. We didn't have no pace in behind. Looking at the players that should have been on the pitch. Darwin should have been on, I think, at half time. But to be fair, like I said, there was no real impact added from both Darwin or Diogo Jota. I think I can't even remember if they made one successive pass. I know Jaden Dan's even come on as well. But I barely saw him. I don't even know if he touched the ball towards the back end of that second half, and that's a real worrying sign, I do believe, for the rest of the season. But Salah's lost his head before Klopp's announcement. He looks happy. He just looks sad. Well, he could be off, couldn't he? Realistically, man, what happened to that UCL 2022 Diaz? He's not. He's just not been the same since his injury. I think Lucho has been one of the best forwards, I think, out of late, personally. I don't know whether or not if I'm the only one in that bracket. But yeah, I think Lucho's been up there, to be fair. Today wasn't the best, but like I said, I thought Cody Gakpo was the best out the forward line. But yeah, again, I think Lucho's been the best recently. Anyway, but do you think the week off we got after the 27th of April will help us as well? 27th of April. Oh yeah, probably we'll do, hopefully. But again, the league might be done by the weekend. Like, that's the unfortunate thing. Like, this time next week, we could be 100% out. We've got Fulham Sunday, Everton then I think on Wednesday. And the Blue Shite are going to want us to be out of the title race. If they could be the ones to stop us from winning the Premier League title for sure, then yeah, they're going to take it. Of course, I think City play Brighton. I think is it on the Tuesday, as well. So if we lose against Fulham or draw, and then City go on to beat Brighton away from home, look, the league then is 100% done. City would be, I think, 5 points clear if we were to lose on Sunday. There's no chasing that back for Liverpool. There's no way City lose 2 games in this run-in, and that's the shame, and that's the gutting thing. And I know Jurgen has come out and spoken and said tonight was a good performance for the rest of the season. For me, it wasn't. Yeah, look, we won 1-0 on the night, but that second half was horrible. It was horrible to watch, and I hope that we do turn this around, and somehow we can speak at the end of the season and going on to win the Premier League title. But I do think it's done. I do think that it is over. And I think look, I love Jurgen Klopp. I love what we've achieved over the last 9 years. But maybe it is time for a change. Maybe it is time for something to happen. But And I'm more annoyed at the players because that was Jurgen's last European game, and for me, they did not perform in that second half. And look, I'll sound like a broken record, but again, for me, it just did not feel like a Jurgen Klopp team out there. It didn't. Again, and that's the sad thing about it. For me, on a personal level, it feels sad. Anyway, but again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. But no, he's definitely our best forward with Cody, but it just looked horrible tonight. Yeah, 100%. I can't disagree with that. Red, I genuinely can't. And to be fair, on Sunday I would start Cody Gakpo at left wing, give him the chance to to now play there as a more of an option for us as well. But same thing, this doesn't fill me with confidence. We can go to Fulham and get a result. Yeah, 100%. I would agree. Yeah, it doesn't for me neither. Mate, I can't sit here and go, yep, we're 100% filled with confidence and reassurance that we can go to Fulham and get a result. But yeah, it just doesn't, does it? To be fair, anyway. But like I said, it's not great, is it? I know that plenty of us will have the thought and have the opinions of like you look at on the weekend and you look at next week as well. Tough games coming up. We've got Fulham on the weekend, Everton then midweek. The weekend after, I think we've got. I'm going to double check actually. Our games coming up. Yeah, West Ham away, Spurs at home, Villa away, and then Wolves to finish off the season. It's tough as well. But to quickly go back onto Mo as well, and speaking about his performances lately as well. There's going to be. I spoke about ruthlessness in terms of Mo Salah and Michael Edwards, and obviously Richard Hughes now being at the football club for next season. There will be genuine questions if Mo's performances don't, he doesn't perform towards the back end of the season, and there is a big bid that does come in for him in the summer. There won't be any hesitation, I don't think, in Michael Edwards in letting Mo go. And of course, me saying that, of course, is mad in itself because again, when you do look at Mo gets Liverpool 30 goals in a season and so on, but there's something wrong with Mo Salah, and the longer the season goes on in terms of the next couple of games, Fulham away, Everton as well in the league, you do look at it and go, if the performances continue, how long will it take for the club to hold serious talks in thinking about Mo going? And look, people will go straight away on social media will go, oh yeah, get rid of Mo, he's been crap the last couple of weeks. But it's that thing of, can you replace Mo Salah? No, you can't directly replace Mo Salah unless you were going to go and get a Kylian Mbappe, for example. But is there a world out there where Liverpool could get the next person to make that jump up, similar to what Mo was at the time when we got him from Roma? Mo took that next step up and become the Mo Salah we know and love. Is there a player out there like that? I don't know. I'm not too sure, but there is a real conversation there whether or not Mo does go in the summer for Liverpool anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. But as an Arsenal play twice in the league before City, play the next league game, ideally need City to go to extra time against Chelsea, like against Madrid, drain them out more. Yeah, 100%. I doubt that though. I think they're going to batter Chelsea in the weekend. Excuse me, in the FA Cup. I'm only looking at Brighton and Spurs games as potential drop points for City. Yeah, I think the Spurs game for me, I think they do lose. So if Liverpool were to, that's the thing. I don't have confidence at the moment in Liverpool winning all of our games. From now until the end of the season, I don't think Liverpool can go unbeaten in terms not beating, can go on a winning streak. I don't think we can go from now until the last game against Wolves and win every game. We drop points somewhere, and whether that be Everton away or Villa away. The away games will be the big ones for me. I've said it the last couple of weeks. United away and Everton away were the ones for me where I thought Liverpool could potentially drop points, and we've somehow managed to drop points against United, and we lost against Palace. Even Fulham now looks worrying, because even though again tonight was the first clean sheet in for however long. I think it was probably since February. I think it was the last time we get the clean sheet. So on that sense, it's encouraging. But going forward, we look like we're a team without ideas at the minute. And of course, I've said, Liverpool have been the most attacking team this season, and we have been. But we've also looked terrible the last month. And that's a big worry for me. And I think for you guys as well. But yeah, 100% Chris with that question as well. But Dave's in as well. Big up to Dave. Hopefully doing well, mate. Saying we looked really tired, guys. Doesn't bode well for Fulham Sunday. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, 100% Dave. Hopefully doing well as well, mate. Yeah, 100%. I can't argue with that. If obviously we'll do probably a preview show tomorrow, it will be, or it might be Saturday. Most likely Saturday it will be for preview show for Fulham. But chat, what are we saying in terms of front three for Sunday? Are we saying, for me, I'd probably go Gakpo, Jota, Salah again. But again, I wouldn't play Mo. Personally, I would, do you know what? I would go Nunes up top with Jota on the right and Gakpo left wing. I really would do that. But yeah, I think Gakpo definitely deserves to start on the left. And then there's the combination then of the rest of them, where could, they go. But Coutinho, Firmino, Mane could score goals, to be fair, without Mo. In my opinion, we will be fine. We just need the defence and midfield to back. We didn't have that in 16-17 as well. Again, Mo's an unbelievable footballer, and the numbers he produces is unbelievable. But he needs to start doing that again. This needs to be a wake up call for him. If City drop the ball, Liverpool have to be on it. They have to be, because Arsenal will drop points. It's a massive week for everyone, because Wolves isn't an easy place to go to. It isn't. When we went there early on the season, we were very good mentally in that game to come out winners. Arsenal could completely capitulate from, of course, them getting knocked out of the Champions League, and knowing what happened last season. Liverpool could take advantage of that if we could do that. Take advantage of it. City might drop the ball. They might lose to Spurs. They might draw against the Brighton. Take advantage of that and run away with it. That's what you'd hope for. But again, we could be sat here next week, or after the Everton game, and be speaking about Liverpool being 5 points away from Manchester City, and that of course isn't good enough. But Forest away isn't no easy game. No, it isn't. But take Trent out of this team, it's really bad in terms of creating chances. Yeah, absolutely. Zane, I said it when Trent went off for Gomez. Obviously, it's hard because of course Trent has only now just come back. But I said at the time, the game's done. When Trent went off, the game was done, for sure. Trent, when people were going on about, does Trent come back in for Conor Bradley? 100%. The quality level never dropped in terms from, wasn't like a complete drop off from Conor Bradley to Trent. But what you do get in Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the best playmakers in the world, not only in the Premier League, not only just for Liverpool, in Europe, in the world. Trent is one of these people where we needed him for United away. We needed him in the first leg. And look at tonight. wasn't so much control, because again the game was literally a game of ping pong half the time. But Liverpool are a damn sight better with Trent in the team, and hopefully that's a confidence boost from now until the end of the season. Again, anyway, but the major thing is, and I'm disappointed, is the fact of the performance for Jurgen, and that's the big one for me anyway. But again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Anyway, we are going to leave it there for tonight. But we'll have more tomorrow. We'll probably speak more about this game. We'll try and get a few people on. Preview show will be on Saturday. We'll do a show tomorrow speaking about this and taking a look for the rest of the season and get other people's thoughts and opinions on it as well. It's a disappointing night. Of course, us getting knocked out of the Europa League. It is disappointing. But again, we can hope and pray for miracles for the rest of the Premier League season. Of course, 6 big games coming up with, of course, Fulham on Sunday. Of course, I think that's 4:30, isn't it? It's the last game. But again, it's going to be huge end of the season. But of course, like I said at the beginning of the video, congratulations to Atalanta. They massively deserved it. I think they, to be fair, I was going to say they were going to play Benfica. They're not going to play Benfica, are they? They're going to play Marseille. So I've just double checked the score. Of course, they did go to extra time and they did go penalties, and Marseille beat Benfica on penalties. Wow, that's a big result for Marseille. So it's going to be, of course, Atalanta against Marseille, and of course it is I think Leverkusen Roma in the other one as well. That's a big one, a big tie. I think Leverkusen will go on to win the Europa League, and I hope they do so as well. I hope Xabi Alonso does go on to win the Europa League as well. But away the lads, big up to Geordie as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Saying disappointing from you guys, mate. Yeah, 100%. Go back and watch Geordie again. I've had my say on it, of course. But Salah had a stinker today. Except the penalty. Yeah, I can't disagree with that 100%. But Leverkusen v Roma would be amazing. Yeah, that's going to be a good games, And this is the annoying part with Liverpool though, as well, is the fact that potentially 10, 15 years ago, you could waste chances in the Europa League and get away with it, maybe. But now, with the quality level that is there in the Europa League, we speak about Champions League and Liverpool, being, should be a Champions League team. The Europa League this season, the quality levels of it has, risen up, and that's the thing. You cannot miss opportunities at this vital stage in Europe, because you will get punished, and Liverpool have paid that price, and Liverpool are out of the Europa League as well. But guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this stream. You've enjoyed me being a bit negative in this video. Disappointed I am because I wanted to go to Dublin. I wanted Liverpool in that Europa League final. I wanted us to send Jurgen Klopp off with a magical European trophy in that sense, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen now, and it's just a shame, and I'm more angry than I am, and annoyed, I think, as well. But look, at the end of the day, got big games coming up, starting with Sunday. We'll follow them anyway. But if you are new around here, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Obviously, hit the share button as well, guys. Very much appreciate if you could share it out. Obviously, tag us on social media as well, at the Cop Council anyway. I think on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff as well. But yeah, just disappointed. And hopefully we'll get a result against Fulham on the weekend anyway. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you guys later on. Ta-ra.